Hey, so propaganda. If you've seen Captain America, the first Avenger, the first movie Captain America is in, you'll know that there's this one scene, and I'll explain it for you, where Captain America is being paraded around as, America's embodiment of strength and power, and he's like telling people, buy war bonds, enlist, be a good American, and help, recycle scrap metal or, junk like that. Very pro-American, pro-war sentiment, kind of. And we'd laugh at that because we see it as, very obvious propaganda, right? This is stuff from World War II, Captain America's age, where you're trying to make America sound super dope because you need to raise morale and get soldiers and whatnot. And again, we laugh at it because we know it's pro-American propaganda, but we laugh at it because we know it is. What about the propaganda that we don't know is propaganda? For example, in news, there's a term called manufacturing your consent that I feel is used frequently to explain how news publicizes a specific point of view in order to make it seem more popular, in order to get more people to agree with it. Because imagine, what really needs to come first when you're reporting the news? The validity of the news or your own personal goals and objectives? Because if you imagine, okay, we're gonna say the color blue is the most spectacular color ever. Does that really need to be true in order to put it on the news? And if you see somebody, if you're a news watcher and you see that on the news and you start saying, oh man, the color blue is really popular, I can see why, because the color blue is really great. That is a type of propaganda perpetuating the idea that blue is the greatest color ever. And see how it started with the idea, with not necessarily it being the truth, but it can grow to popularity as more and more people think, man, a lot of people think that blue is a really great color, and therefore, maybe I should look more into it. This is obviously a very, a very okay, not okay, but impractical example, because propaganda during the pandemic has led to hundreds of thousands of people needlessly dying. The previous president, President Trump, was downplaying the effects of the coronavirus and the symptoms of COVID, and this all resulted in people not taking it seriously. Because does it need to be true in order to, put it on the news or for you to say it? Not at all, right? You can put whoever you want, right? As long as you tell people, hey, this is what I believe in, very much akin to what I'm doing right now, you can probably manufacture the public's idea of what something is. In this case, it's not the color blue, it's the perception of the pandemic. If you tell people, hey, we have it all under control, when you really don't, that was one of his quoted words, it's going to catch on because people believe you, because you have so much influence and power that you wield with such negligence. It doesn't matter if it's true. It matters that you said it, not whether or not it's within fact or whatnot. And you can see this as well with other statements that he's made, and even other topics. But we'll keep talking about the pandemic. You can hear one paraphrase quote is virus from China. And while that is an objective fact, right, there have been a lot of the patient zeros, and there have been isolated cases in Wuhan, China, which likely points to that being the origin of COVID-19. The sentiment behind it promotes prejudice in that propaganda, and it doesn't matter if that's true. It matters that people will see that and hear that, this virus is from China and will latch onto it. And you're promoting hate through it. You're promoting a type of worldview that may not be that may not be truthful, but people will agree with because they see more and more of it on news, from the president, from their administration, from every other facet of information they can gather on. And that makes the news really powerful, and propaganda that you don't know is propaganda really dangerous. Because if you hear all of that, and you hear people, on the news talking about how much, they think the coronavirus is under control, and how much things are going to get better, it's going to disappear miraculously someday, another quote paraphrased, people are going to have faith in you, and people aren't going to care, because your reaction is disproportionate to everything else. And I was going to talk about hate crimes, but this is basically hit all the points. I guess I'll summarize hate crimes. The the start of the pandemic definitely led to a higher increase in Asian hate crimes because people link it to China. And that is no coincidence, right? People do that on purpose in order to perpetuate their hate, in order to arbitrarily discriminate. I didn't mean to rap there, but I was thinking about that line and I thought that was a good bar. But if you see where I'm going with this, you have a lot of power, and now okay. I don't want to edit this because I just want to upload it straight up, but purposefully spreading hate and malice through your point of view is dangerous, and the people who agree with you are going to agree with you, and the people who don't are going to write you off as some lunatic. But the danger is in the fact that the people who agree with you are going to agree with you regardless. So if people already have underlying hatred for Asian people, it doesn't matter even if people are of Chinese descent. If they appear East Asian, people are going to discriminate against them because they maybe are too narrow-minded this is not to differentiate between different countries and races and ethnicities. But imagine if you already have underlying hate and somebody tells you that this virus is from China and that that's riles rage in you, people are not rightfully, people are reactionarily going to act on that underlying hatred because of all the things that you're saying. And that makes propaganda in all forms, whether from a president or from news, very dangerous. And I realize a lot of this has been pauses, so if you've stuck around to the end here, I'm glad for that. But this was very emotionally fueled, and I'll probably link more stuff in the description below. But take everything you hear with nuance, just like in the news and just like from our president. Not everything is a black and white picture, and maybe there's some nuance and gray areas to things. And maybe the extreme point of view I'm projecting here is not going to be something I agree with in the future. So with that disclaimer and with all this stuff that I'm pointing out, goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful week.